In today's world, power is more than just military might. It's a combination of economic influence, political control, and global diplomacy. From Asia to Europe and beyond, certain leaders have positioned themselves at the helm of nations, wielding influence that affects millions of people. These leaders hold the keys to shaping the future, whether it's through international negotiations or domestic reforms. 10. Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, Egypt. Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has been the president of Egypt since 2014 after leading a military coup that ousted then-President Mohamed Morsi. El-Sisi has established a strong grip on power, consolidating control over the military and political landscape. His leadership has been marked by efforts to stabilize Egypt's economy and improve infrastructure, with initiatives aimed at modernizing the country's energy sector and attracting foreign investment. On the international stage, El-Sisi has positioned Egypt as a key player in the Middle East and North Africa, particularly in issues related to counterterrorism and regional security. His policies have significantly influenced the Arab world, and Egypt's strategic location has made it vital in the geopolitics of the region, especially concerning the Nile River and the Suez Canal. Despite facing criticism for human rights violations, El-Sisi remains a pivotal figure in Egypt's ongoing political and economic transformation. 9. Boris Johnson, United Kingdom. Boris Johnson served as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 2019 to 2022, playing a pivotal role in the country's political landscape, particularly during the Brexit process. Johnson's leadership was instrumental in guiding the UK through its departure from the European Union, navigating complex negotiations, and ensuring that the country's future relationship with Europe was reshaped. His tenure was also marked by a focus on domestic issues such as the response to the COVID-19 pandemic, where his government faced both praise and criticism. On the global stage, Johnson advocated for a global Britain concept, seeking to strengthen the UK's ties with nations outside the EU. Despite stepping down as Prime Minister, Johnson continues to be an influential figure within British politics and international discussions on global trade, security, and climate change. 8. Kim Jong-un, North Korea. Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea, has held absolute control over his country since 2011, following the death of his father, Kim Jong-il. Despite facing intense international sanctions and diplomatic isolation, Kim's leadership has been marked by a focus on military development, particularly nuclear weapons, which have made North Korea a major global concern. Under his rule, North Korea has conducted numerous missile tests, leading to heightened tensions with neighboring countries, including South Korea and Japan, as well as the United States. While Kim has made efforts to engage in diplomacy with world leaders, including summits with former President Donald Trump, his regime's human rights record and provocative military actions continue to shape his leadership's global impact. Kim Jong-un's position as a regional power player remains a significant factor in the balance of power in East Asia. 7. Mohammed bin Salman bin Saudi Arabia. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, of Saudi Arabia has emerged as one of the most influential figures in the Middle East. As the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia, MBS has initiated a series of ambitious reforms aimed at modernizing the kingdom, most notably his Vision 2030 initiative, which seeks to reduce Saudi Arabia's reliance on oil and diversify its economy through investments in technology, tourism, and entertainment. He has also played a major role in shaping Saudi Arabia's foreign policy, especially in the Middle East, where his leadership has been a driving force in the conflict in Yemen and his efforts to curb Iranian influence in the region. MBS's leadership has faced criticism, particularly over human rights issues and the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, but his powerful position in Saudi Arabia and the wider region remains undeniable. 6. Emmanuel Macron. Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, has established himself as a significant figure in both European and global politics since taking office in 2017. A former investment banker, Macron ran on a platform of reform, aiming to modernize France's economy and strengthen its place in the European Union. His policies focus on economic liberalization, climate change, and digital innovation. Macron has been a strong advocate for a more unified and integrated European Union, often pushing for deeper cooperation among EU nations on issues like defense, migration, and climate policy. On the global stage, he has taken an active role in diplomatic efforts, notably in Africa and the Middle East, and has worked to position France as a key player in international security and diplomacy. Macron's leadership is shaping the future of both France and Europe. balancing domestic reform with international influence. 5. Angela Merkel, Germany. Angela Merkel served as the Chancellor of Germany from 2005 to 2021 and is widely regarded as one of the most powerful and influential leaders in Europe during her tenure. Merkel's leadership was marked by a pragmatic, centrist approach to governance, which helped Germany navigate numerous crises, including the Eurozone debt crisis, the migrant crisis, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Merkel was a key figure in European Union policy and played a crucial role in shaping EU strategies on economic integration, climate change, and international diplomacy. Her leadership made Germany the economic powerhouse of Europe, and she was instrumental in maintaining stability within the EU. 4. Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, has become one of the most influential leaders in the world today. Since taking office in 2014, Modi has transformed India's political and economic landscape, focusing on economic reforms, infrastructure development, and a more assertive foreign policy. Under Modi's leadership, India has seen rapid economic growth and increased investment in technology, manufacturing, and defense. His government has prioritized the development of India's global influence, both in Asia and on the world stage. Modi has taken strong stances on regional issues, particularly concerning India's relationship with Pakistan and China. Domestically, his policies aim to strengthen India's position as a global superpower, while also facing challenges in managing the country's diverse population and addressing social inequality. 3. Donald Trump. USA Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, remains a powerful force in both American politics and global affairs, despite his departure from the White House in 2021. Known for his America First agenda, Trump reshaped U.S. foreign policy, focusing on reducing America's involvement in international agreements and pushing for stricter immigration policies. Trump's influence continues to be felt within the Republican Party, where he maintains a strong base of supporters. His leadership during his presidency was marked by a more transactional approach to diplomacy, prioritizing national interests in economic policies such as tax cuts and deregulation. Trump's tenure altered the course of U.S. relations with major powers, including China, Russia, and NATO allies. His legacy, both domestically and internationally, continues to shape political discourse and policy decisions around the globe. 2. Vladimir Putin. Russia. Vladimir Putin has been the president of Russia for over 2 decades, consolidating his power and restoring Russia's status as a global superpower. Known for his assertive foreign policy and military actions, Putin's influence extends beyond Russia, especially in Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Central Asia. Under his leadership, Russia has reasserted itself on the world stage, from annexing Crimea to supporting military interventions in Syria. Domestically, he has maintained control over Russia's political system, media, and military, ensuring that his authority remains unchallenged. Despite facing international criticism for his human rights record and political repression, Putin's leadership continues to be a driving force in global geopolitics. 1. Xi Jinping. China. The president of China is one of the most powerful leaders in the world today. Since assuming power in 2012, Xi has centralized authority in his hands, making him the most influential Chinese leader since Mao Zedong. Under his leadership, China has become a global economic powerhouse with significant investments in infrastructure, technology, and military modernization. Xi's leadership is marked by his vision for a Chinese dream, which aims to assert China's dominance on the world stage, challenging Western power and shaping the global economy. His policies have extended China's influence in Asia and Africa. These leaders are reshaping the global landscape, each holding unique influence over their nations and the world at large. Their decisions will have lasting impacts on global politics, economies, and security. Who do you think holds the most power today? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.